My work is about man's need for more from the planet, about his, about his willingness to go in and, destroy something to gain what he thinks is important. I mean, we're just consuming and consuming and filling up and cutting down, and it's kind of disturbing to me because I saw it. I saw, wow, man, this was a great place. I mean, the trees were 120 feet tall because I knew, because I measured them. And they cut them down because they were just, going to be in the way of making money. We would really be doing something different if we were listening to what the environment wanted rather than listening to what we wanted the environment to be. Sanding is probably the main task of doing any of my work. And it is the sanding that really gets you into recognizing the piece, because you're having to rub it so many tens of thousands of times. It kind of always takes me back to the Karate Kid when he had to do the floor. It's that process of sanding the piece and becoming that connected to it. Of course, I lived with it for a long time before, where some pieces might be in my sight for 2 or 3 years before I even actually touch them. Once you cut off a limb, you're like going, oh, was that right, And sometimes that limb will be there, and I'll come back and I'll get this saw out and I'll fire up it, and I get just right about to cut it, and I go, oh, well, maybe not, and I back off and I go home, and that can go on for weeks and months before I finally decide to cut that limb off, or that even a little twig. And it's tough, because you're like going, what am I doing? And do I understand you correctly? Do I understand where it is you're supposed to be? Are you sure? Tomorrow when I come back, let's discuss this. Yeah.